We're live. I think we're live. We're live. Hello. Hello, everyone. How are you? I am super excited to have my gorgeous sister, Danielle, with me finally. We've been trying to make this work, but we're both busy mamas.
Oh man.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. This eclipse has been a bit of a roller coaster, hey?
This eclipse has kicked my ass.
I was like feeling great and I'm like, yeah, let's do this. I got this. Like motivated, blah, blah, blah. And then just today it was like, boom, like in the hole. Like I started getting like mad tension, like between my throat and third eye, like up in the head area. And I'm like, there's something going on there. We're going to have to work through that.
Yes, yes. And you are the person to work through it with. Yeah, so for those of you that don't already know Danielle, she's been on with our other beautiful sister, Malika, a couple times now. So you are truly a mama of like all trades. Like
All the
you
things.
homestead, you homeschool, you have a crystal business, you are a healer. Like, and like, I'm like, what? I feel like I'm missing something. There's more things.
I don't even know. I don't even know it's me, so I don't feel bad. All the things.
All like literally all the things.
To be fair, we've just like barely started homesteading, so that's not like I don't consider that on my list yet.
But you still like legit live like out of town on an acreage.
Right? True.
Yeah. So you read tarot cards. You have a fountain of knowledge when it comes to crystals.
Lots and lots of crystal knowledge. It's been a while. I think first started getting into crystals I like probably 6 or so years ago. Like when I first started my awakening journey and first started like really waking up is when I got into crystals. And then not too long after, then came like past lives and intuitive energy alchemy and like all the freaking things.
Okay, I want you to talk a little bit about what you do with past lives.
Heck yes.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously you guys know because, well, you're watching Miss Tanya here, you know that we're all energy and energy is never created nor destroyed. We always keep coming back, right? Like we're always, so we all start at source, right? That's where we all started, okay? Our whole energy started at source and then we made a split. That's where the duality comes in, the masculine and the feminine, right? And then from there, it's like all of humanity forever. So each one of our souls has a specific lineage through this web or grid, if you will, of lives here. So I found through my work that a lot of times we hold these blockages and a stagnant energy in our auras from these past lives. So we'll be like, something will continuously pop up in our life, say like shitty friend relationships or problems with other men, or like just certain things will hit different people. And what I found is that myself, I can once I find an emotion, generally starts with an emotion that is a blockage, right? And then from there I can kind of like peel it back and like go deeper, and then from that I can find the circumstance that created the blockage, and then from that circumstance generally I can like piece together like a general timeline and story of said life. And I found once we talk about the emotions, we recognize that it's not from this life, so it's no longer for us. And then I use crystals to remove any of those emotions and blockages that are in that field. It can be emotions, it can be limiting beliefs, it can be like so many different things. And then generally, because we don't want to just leave some empty space there, I like to add in and fill it with some positive emotions that'll kickstart you on your way.
Like, seriously, how juicy is that? It's like, I love hearing you talk about the way that you find, like, that you connect everything for people, because I've never heard it explained. Like, I mean, because it's obviously your way, but like, I just love that so much.
Yeah, I didn't like book learn this, right? Like, I didn't like, I'm gonna learn how to do this, and like, it just kind of came. I found my a really good friend of mine who did energy work and kind of like mentored me, and I did a few like one-on-one courses and stuff with her, not like necessarily one-on-one like teaching me how to do things, but like she would do the healings on me. And then partway through, like once enough layers came off, I started to like, when she was doing a past life on me, I was like, oh, and this and this and this and this and this, and like I was able to finish the story and kind of go from there. So like from then I've just like learned to tap into that intuition of my own and just kind of go with it. Like I have a very feminine way of doing healings. Like it's not like structured at all. Like it's like just completely intuitively based.
Yeah, I love that. That's how I do my healing sessions as well. It's like I learned it, and then it's like I found my whole new, like, I like how you explained it, the feminine way, because it is that creative way of like,
that intuition, like that unknowing, like you're standing in your heart, not so much in your mind, right? You're not thinking about it, you're just doing it and trying to explain it afterwards, right?
So true. Oh, I love it. So I just posted, so everybody knows. If you see, I wonder why I keep looking down. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Hi to everyone. Danielle,
I can't see that, guys.
She can't see the chat today.
I don't have a second device today, so I can't see.
But I did actually, I want to pin it because I'm going to put some other links for Danielle, but I'm going to pin it right now. I posted her milkshake, which has like basically your links to everything. Can they get to your website there from there too?
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, my website link is in there. If you like scroll through there, it'll be on there.
Okay. I just want to say, so we've got some of the people. We've got Noreen, we've got Keith, Helen. Hello, everyone. Oh, and Malika joined us too. Hi, Malika, Ava. Brianna, I know that's not your real name, but just so people know what I'm talking about. Forever Free, hello. Oh yeah, so Ava says that's such a beautiful way of explaining the divine feminine, free-flowing way of healing. Yeah, you said it so beautifully. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
So I want to also talk about, like, because I need to share like your crystals. I mean, I've been collecting crystals since I was like, I don't even know how old. But this summer, we were all, me, you, and Malika, as well as so many more amazing goddesses, beautiful women. We were at a women's retreat, and you had a booth there as well. And you did a workshop. Your booth, though, that weekend was literally transformative for me. Like, it's really hard for me to put in words. Yeah, like, did you feel that too? It was just like
totally. Yeah. It was magic.
It truly was. Yeah, and I remember being at your table, and I instantly. So this is one of the amazing finds. Like, just seriously, look at this. So it's like, I've never spent this kind of money on a crystal, but I was like, it was like, I have to, this crystal literally called to me. And my son is very connected to dragons. And I've been really trying to work on developing like telepathy with him. So not only that, but then also this one, which I truly felt looked like a dragon's head to me. That's like, they both just like, I felt like they jumped out at me, and I was like, okay, you're coming home with me.
They called you. That's what happens with these stones. They're like, you need me now.
So true. So I want you to tell people a little bit, like, how did you get started in your business? And
it kind of like started for me. So like, okay, so how to even start this? So originally I'm from Southern Ontario, big city gal.
I didn't even know that.
Right? I used to bust my ass in factories. Like I worked at Toyota building cars. And I was in that hustle mode. Go, go, go. Make that bank. Pay for this ridiculously priced house. Because let's be real, it's fucking stupid there. Even more so now than it was then.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I met my husband, who we later find out is my twin flame. But after I met him, everything just started really coming together. Like I started being like, why am I doing this? Why am I busting my ass every fucking day just to barely make ends meet and not being able to enjoy my life? Right? So that started a huge thing for us, and we ended up moving out west. That's like a whole story in itself. And I totally, if you go in my milkshake and you want to hear the full story, it's on my podcast on Spotify. So you can go in there and find it, because like it was like an hour and a half long episode, so I'm not going to go into all the details.
Podcast. I knew there was something. I'm like, I'm forgetting something. You also have a podcast.
We've been on a hiatus. We've been on a podcast hiatus because both of us, it's with my really good friend Meg, and we've just been kind of all over the place. So podcast has gone on a hiatus, but like I'm thinking that I'm going to start like busting up that YouTube and like bringing it on there.
Yeah.
Because come on. Anyway, so this started like a whole crazy cascade of events. Like we moved to Quebec for a year, and then we ended up in, let's be real, but fuck nowhere, Saskatchewan. And like basically, like I started hearing my heart, I started hearing my soul, and I just started following her. So I met a friend online who then I did some one-on-one stuff with, and that's when all the layers started to peel off, and she became more clear, and I was able to feel her and see her and know that I was meant for more. So it's just following her. And then once I got into crystals along with that, so if anybody does human design, okay, I am a projector. So I have to wait for the invitation. I can't just go out and do shit. Like I have to sit back, meditate, figure my shit out, and then it'll come to me. So randomly, some like really small shop, like family owned crystal warehouse, like just friended me randomly on Facebook.
Oh.
Right. So then I was like, oh, this is cool. I was like loving the stones already. And I'm like, this would be really cool if I could get good prices and I could sell them and create this shop. So then I did. And it's been like probably like 3-4 years now since I've been selling crystals. So I've just been like slowly selling here and there. I started my Facebook VIP group, which I call it my VIP group now, but it was my original sales page before, where I did lots of like post sales and all that. But now it's kind of like transformed into a place where I can talk to my peeps about like all my things. So with my crystals, I just let my intuition guide me with what I'm choosing. I state like spirit, source, God, universe, whatever, like help me choose things that are going to come into the hands of those who really need them, right? Like let this all just be like divine flow. So anything that comes in through my shop, I clear and cleanse automatically, right? I also then take the stone and I tell it like, and I like set intention for its intended person, right? I let that divine flow go into the stone. As soon as it comes in here, you're going to find the exact person that you're meant to be with, and you will. There have been so many stones like that dragon, exactly. So my husband has her brother So I got the two of them together because he loves dragons too. I joke that he is a dragon because he loves crystals just as much as I do, except he will not part with a single one. He has like a chest that has his crystals in it, and he's like, the kids aren't allowed to touch them. Like, I'm barely allowed to touch them. Like, they're his. Like, it's hilarious. So he's my dragon.
Him telling me that when we were at that one trade show, he's like, yeah, they're all in my chest.
Yeah. His are like kept hidden away. I'm like, no, you have to be a display. Whereas I'm like so feminine about it. I'm like, if the kids move them, well, I guess that's where they're supposed to go.
Yeah.
Right?
They're like everywhere. I'm just like, my crystals are everywhere.
So much. Oh.
Yeah, I really love that you shared that you cleanse them and that you put the intention into them, that they find, like, that is a really very special and unique thing that I don't think a lot of people do stuff like that, you know. I mean, because I've been, like I said, I've been collecting crystals and using crystals for years, and I didn't even until I'm trying to think of when it was that I finally, you know, came to the realization of like cleansing crystals, of especially if you bought them in like a store where so many people's energy have been around or they've touched them and all that. And I'm just like, I remember when I came to that realization, it was like, oh my gosh, you know? So just knowing that that's something that you like automatically do and then put that intention, it's just so beautiful. And it's such an added like beautiful bonus.
Right. I just try and make sure like that I get the highest vibing stones that are like meant to skyrocket you on your fucking journey. That's what it's about. It's not about like, it's totally quality over quantity here.
Yes. And actually, the other thing is you are one of the very few people that openly talks about, I've got a piece and you'll know what this truly is.
Oh, you mean heat treated amethyst?
Yes.
It's not citrine. It's not citrine, guys. It's not citrine. It's still pretty. It's still beautiful.
It's so pretty. As long as you
vibration, but you can't. They sell it as citrine to make that extra bang, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I remember when I first heard you, because I was in your Facebook group too when I was allowed on Facebook. And there are not a lot of people that will openly admit to that's, you know, like it's one thing to buy it knowing what you're buying, but like you said, so many people sell that as citrine so that they can up the price for it, and it's not.
It's not. Exactly. It's not.
Yeah. And yes, Malika was the first one that told me about that. She just mentioned that in here, that she was the one who told me that it wasn't citrine, and then you were the first. I have seen other people mention it, but nobody else that actually owns a business.
Oh,
right, that owns a like a crystal business that will say, yeah, that's not citrine. Yeah. So what do we have? I'm totally missing the chat. I said I would watch the chat for us.
Getting all distracted. That's okay.
Welcome to all the other amazing people. I see that JR joined us as well. Who else did I see? Maya.
Hey guys.
And yes, Malika.
Sorry if I'm like rolling. I'm like, I just automatically like am moving energy with the stones like while we're having this conversation. So I'm like, our throat needs some work.
Well, do you want to talk about that a bit to like let people know? Because I too, like in all of my healings, I work with crystals, but sometimes people don't really understand like what does that mean? Like that you work with crystals to move energy, clear.
Okay. So crystals were majority of them were originally formed when the earth was created, right? So every different type of stone has a different frequency, has a different vibration. So these were intended for us, just like everything, by God, universe, source, what a creator. I never know what to call it because everybody has a different name. Same deal.
Yeah.
anyways, we can use these different frequencies because remember, we are all frequency, we are all energy, right? We can use these different frequencies in order to manipulate our own energy centers. So each different stone has different properties. Generally, like the easiest base way to figure out what a stone is good for is looking at the color. Because remember, guys, color are waves, they're frequencies. So blacks and reds will obviously be, I can't move out of the way, be the root chakra, right? And then sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown sequentially, right? So that generally will tell you first kind of where that stone will work generally, what types of things that stone will do. So like black stones, this is a black tourmaline sphere. This is actually my husband's, but I stole it for energy work. Shh.
Let's hope he doesn't watch this.
Right? I bought it, so. Black tourmaline is honestly one of my favorite ones for releasing blockages. Black tourmaline is all about protection and releasing the negative, right? So this will protect against EMF radiation. It'll protect against negative energies, psychic attacks, all the things. So any black stone will do that. But personally, I like black tourmaline better. So some people like to use like obsidian or shungite even. But I find intuitively, like if I hold, I don't have one right here, they're over there. But if I hold a piece of tourmaline and a piece of obsidian in my hand, this is good practice, guys. Take two different crystals in your hands and close your eyes and just feel if you can feel the difference in energy, right? So the difference in energy, like obsidian is a lot softer, a lot more free flowing, like it's a lot more higher densities and dimensions, whereas tourmaline is very rooted, very strong. So I like to use black tourmaline for my clearings personally, because I find it so much stronger and I feel like it handles a lot more abuse, if that makes sense, right? It'll handle a lot of those deep, dark emotions, and it doesn't have to be cleared as often because we should be clearing our crystals, even if we're doing it with intention. Like once you get to that level and you're able to use energy, like guys, like we don't need to do anything physical, right? Like the physical is the matrix. This is the lie. Whereas we've been trained to believe that this is the real and the spiritual and the energetic is a lie. It's just they flipped it on us, right? So once you come to terms with that and understand that the physical is just a manifestation of the energetic of that, then it kind of like makes a lot more sense in that way. Because like even like I've noticed this morning since I got this tension, right? My throat started getting sore and like started to get like a headache and stuff. I'm like, so I have a blockage that's coming up in my throat or my third eye or my crown, like all in through there. So you can use, intuitive stretching. Like if you slowly start to stretch a point in your body that feels tense and tender, and you start to just stretch it, but like follow the stretch, if that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense. Follow the stretch, right? And then it'll start to lead you to different places and different blockages, and you can actually move that energy throughout your body. You do the same with stones. You can move them. That's why I like spheres a lot for that, because you can literally just like move it and move that energy. And once you're like at that point that you can feel it, you can feel it moving through.
So true. So true. And you know what, even bringing up, so today I was in court for like one of my tickets, or both, I don't know, both my tickets, one, I don't know really, but so last night I could feel my throat too. It was like totally closing up and I'm like, I'm like, no. Okay. So, my smoky quartz was the one that was really calling to me. And selenite, I usually like, lately I've been sleeping with it like at nighttime. Don't get that one wet, people. I've seen people put that in water to cleanse water. Don't do it.
It's the type of gypsum, right? It just falls apart when it's wet. It just disintegrates. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. And my black tourmaline was like, okay, that's what I needed to like clear last night. It was like last night, it was like, I did some meditations before bed, and I had my, I actually, my lapis like pyramid for like, to open up my like throat chakra, because I really felt like it was going to help open that. And then my black tourmaline, yeah, it was just like, okay, let's meditate with this. And then my smoky quartz had to come with me today.
Yes, good. Smoky quartz is awesome too, because smoky quartz has that like that protection capability of those dark stones, but on the flip side, it has all the properties of clear quartz.
Yeah.
So because we know if we get into the science of colors, like clear and white contains all of the colors of the rainbow, so that contains all of the frequencies of all the different colors and all the different energy centers. So it's just like, oh, smoky quartz is a powerhouse too. Malika just snagged one before she even saw it on the website. I just put up a couple new smoky quartz towers. I think she's got a mad collection going, because I know she's at least bought a couple smoky quartz towers from me.
Yeah, it's like I cannot get enough of smoky quartz. It literally is like, this is one of mine. So it's like literally the embodiment of the light and the dark, like the yin and the yang, your light body and your shadow body. Like it's yeah, I feel Malika, me and her may have to like fight over some.
There's a really nice one on there now.
Is it on the website?
I think so. I'll double check. Okay. It's hard getting everything up there, guys. I have my 4 kids running around all day. Hubby's at work, and I'm like, I haven't updated my website since before the festival, girl. It's been that long that I haven't updated it.
It's a lot of work. I used to own a business, and I had a website for the business as well. Like, it's a shit ton of work.
Oh my goodness. And so you got to take a picture of every stone, and then I'm going to edit every picture, and then I got to upload it, and then I got to, select the price and the description and all the things. So I'm working at it. I got quite a bit up today, and I have more to go up. So there's lots, guys.
And that's the thing. So anybody who jumped on live, like, just to remind you, this mama is a powerhouse. She's got a homestead. She's got 4 kids at home, so she homeschools. She's got her website. She's got her healing business, your podcast, your YouTube channel. You also have a Telegram channel. Like, you're rocking it, girl.
Standing in that power. I used to be such an anxious mess. I used to care so much what everybody else thought. I didn't even know who the fuck I was, because whoever it was I was around, I would mold myself to their wants, who they wanted me to be, right? And now just looking back on that, it's just insane to see how far I've come from that. And it's all from starting to work on those fucking blockages in my energy field. And like, the more you peel back, like the more layers you get, like the clearer it gets. And like, we all have innate abilities within us. Like, us as humanity all have these innate abilities. It's just a matter of all this fucking programming and limiting beliefs and blocked emotions that we never worked through, and societal conditioning and yada, 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 just like piled up on each other. So like, it's so important to start working on that. And like, generally, like when you first start, you can't do it yourself. Obviously, you need some help. So I'm going to plug myself here for a minute. I just launched my new monthly membership.
Oh, I want to hear about this.
Okay, so I have 3 different levels so far. I feel like there's more coming because they're chakra based. So probably there will eventually be 7. So base, the root, just like starting strong. Basically, we're going to have 2 Zooms every month. Okay, so we're going to have a connection call where we'll talk about the energy in the air, and we'll basically have like a virtual women's circle just to connect and support each other and just love on each other, because it's so freaking needed. Okay, so we're going to have those on hopefully or around the new moon. Okay, setting intentions for that next moon cycle. Then on around the full moon, we're going to have a Zoom meeting where I will pull a tarot card for everyone. And then they'll each get 3 blockage removals from their system every month. So it's like slowly peeling back those layers. So that's the root membership. So that's only $44. You get all of that every month. Plus you get 20% off any energy work. And I'll probably like throw in like coupons and shit for crystals eventually. Cause like, let's be real. I have to.
Okay. Did you send me the link for this? Is this a Patreon or how are you doing? Like, how do people connect for this?
So this, you can purchase it on my website. If you open up my milkshake, it's that first page right now is my monthly membership. So basically you can purchase through my website, and then I might do like a private Telegram channel just to connect, to send links and everything, depending. We'll see. I haven't like decided. I guess it depends on everybody who joins, and we'll figure it out from there. We're working it. Okay, so that's like the root. That's the root. That's like the base level. That's like enough to get you by. And then if we move up to the solar plexus, this is our powerhouse. It also includes a box of crystals shipped to you every month.
What?
Intuitively chosen crystals, chosen by me, you know, everything for you every month to work on what you need to work on, right? So that package is, so you have everything from the root. So you have your 2 Zooms, your connection Zoom, and your energy work Zoom, and then you get a box of crystals shipped to you. I'm paying shipping on that. Oh, wow. Only for $88.
Wow.
I know. Stupid deal.
That's amazing. Especially like shipping in Canada is really expensive.
It's stupid right now. Oh my God. Just to spend a small box, it cost me like $20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So like groups, energy work, and crystals, which is awesome. And then I know, okay, I feel it already. I haven't announced it, but there's gonna be the hearts. It's not public yet, guys. It's not public yet. But the heart will include a heart healing. So what a heart healing is we all have, our heart releases an electromagnetic field, right? It has its own electromagnetic field. What we don't realize is our heart field contains all different layers of our energy, all different layers of our aura. So if we get in touch with that heart and work through in there, it'll bring itself out throughout all the rest of the chakras, all of the different meridians, all of the different things. Wow. So a heart healing is just like a super feminine, intuitive way of healing. Basically, I step into your heart space, and generally when you step into your heart space, there's going to be like a hurt version of yourself that's hiding in there, that has different blockages or whatever. It could be from a specific age group, like, and it's totally intuitive. So I've seen so many different things when I've done these heart healings. I've seen someone at the bottom of like an 80-foot freaking hole, and I got in there, and I go in, my spirit goes in, and I talk to this version of yourself, and we work through your problems together. So we found out on this one specifically with the hole, as the healing progresses, it turns out like, girl, you fucking dug this hole yourself. You hid yourself down here. And I'm like, wait a second, what is that? And all of a sudden wings appear on her back. Like, girl, you can get yourself out of here. And as I'm saying this, I'm getting like chills all over again. And so like, it's just like such an intuitive way of healing those like really, really, really stuck blockages. Like, they're more than just emotional blockages. They're more than just limiting beliefs. Like, it's just like such like a whole encompassing thing. It's like, it's just crazy. So that's the heart. That one hasn't been announced yet. So okay. I don't know what the price is going to be on that one. We'll have to work on that one.
So people, make sure I pinned her her milkshake, which has her links to everything. I've been posting other links, but her milkshake is what has everything. So that's pinned to the chat. after this uploads, I'll make sure I pin it to like the comment section for anyone catching the replay. Because your milkshake, I love that, the milkshake. What is it, JR?
Right?
I forget what he said. He told the girls, yeah, bring the milkshake to the yard.
That's the first thing that comes into my head. Always.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
I love it. So do you, like, with your offerings that you offer for healing, do you offer like readings to people?
Yeah, so I do card readings. I do energy alignment sessions. So this is where basically I go through all your chakras and just like remove any debris or anything and realign everything. And then what else do I do? I do the heart healings, like I mentioned. I also do past life clearings, like I had spoken about earlier, where we find that like one emotion that just keeps getting you and you don't know where the fuck it came from, and then we follow that back to figure out where it came from and work through all of that. And yeah, like I have some I've been doing 3-card spreads. I've been using this Light Seers Tarot. So if you follow me at all on Facebook or Instagram, just like 2 months ago, I'd say, like during the summer, I went through a past life of my own on there because so since I started all of this, I have been like deathly afraid to touch tarot. Like I would not fucking touch it. Oracle decks, great. Angel decks, great. Affirmation decks, awesome. But I was like, I just won't touch tarot. I can't do tarot. I just can't do tarot. And it just clicked one day. I was like, wait a second. I can't do tarot because in multiple past lives, I've read tarot and I fucking burned for it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. I feel you, sister.
Yeah, exactly. So I did like I did a clearing in regards to that. And like, it's a huge wound for every single person on this planet, not just females, every single person, because we all carry that feminine energy within us. And that feminine has been fucking burned and staked and like all the fucking things for eternity on this planet. Yeah. So yeah, that's a big one to work through. So now I use the Light Seers Tarot is the one that called me, and I've been using her and I love her.
My favorite.
Right? She's so good. She's so good. I'm gonna pull a card in a little bit.
I was gonna say, do you want to pull one for the collective?
Heck yes. Yeah. Heck yes. I will pull one for the collective. But yeah, tarot, I really like this deck, but I've been doing some 3-card spreads, like to really like anchor us into that higher vibration. Like it starts off with a card of like, where are you now? And then the next card is the shadow card. So like, this is what's going to hold you back from your highest potential. And then there's the card, like, what kind of energy are you going to need moving forward to anchor yourself into that highest potential? Right. So I've been doing that, and yeah, just lots of different things come up. I just kind of like listen to my soul, and she's like, do this. I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
The more we do that, the more we align and everything just like makes sense, right? I've just been noticing that more and more. Stop questioning myself.
I'm like, it's in that stack of cards that I'm holding somewhere, but I'm gonna keep shuffling till it comes out. There it is. Let's see what we got today for the collective. Ooh, we got the Lovers. Ooh, very balanced, yin and yang. Let's see what she has to say. I actually don't think because I haven't been working with tarot for super long. It's only been a few months now. So I don't even think that I've pulled this one.
Well, and so people know, we were talking about this before we hit record or went live. We've kind of both agreed, like the Light Seers is very similar to like oracle cards, where the write-up on it is so important to this deck. I find that too. So I actually always read what the book says. Yeah, always.
And like we were saying also, like I find with this deck, like anytime you can read the same card multiple times, but it's going to be pertain to something different, and different things are going to stick out to you every time, right?
Yeah.
So these cards also, they have the light and the dark, and just because it's the Lovers, I'm gonna like, sometimes I only read the light side, I don't read the shadow side, but this time I'm going to read the shadow side as well. So the light side, a choice, dualities, harmony, a lover or romantic relationship, friendship, unity, choosing to allow yourself to fall in love, healthy boundaries, soulmates. And the shadow side is a break in communication, disharmony, the need to find self-love, giving away power in a relationship, the loss of self, too many expectations of others, manipulation, an imbalanced partnership, codependency. And to me right now, this is screaming like codependency in our society.
Yeah.
Giving it up to the man.
Oh yeah.
Magnetism like magic is coming into your life. You are sitting on the cusp of the type of profound connection that happens when two souls are intertwined and their entanglement forever marks their individual paths. Often this card signifies that an important choice needs to be made. Will you embrace the spiraling energy that unwinds between two people who are beginning to connect and choose to shift into this relationship or not? Falling deeply into trust will be necessary in order to create a lasting bond, and growth around vulnerability, honesty, desire, and intimacy is being called into the light to be healed. While partnerships are beautiful gifts on the path, you must also seek to give fully without weakening your resolve to remain whole. Remember that self-love is the key to balancing the duality of any relationship. My heart is open to deeply meaningful relationships, and I expand into this union with loving trust. To me, like, collectively, this speaks to, you need to choose. Are you going to feed into the fear tactics and be codependent with the society? Or are you going to step out and tune into yourself, right? Step into that self-love, that unity within you, and trust that, because that's what it's all about right now, guys. We are creating this reality.
Yep.
Every single one of us is co-creating this, and we are choosing our timeline every fucking moment, every emotion, every choice that we make is choosing which timeline we're coming out on.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree. Yeah. And I feel too, like, for the collective, like, you know, this soul tribe that we're all building and we're connecting with people, like the Lover's card is such a beautiful way to explain like the true deep connections that we're making with people, as well as part of this full moon total lunar eclipse was all, you know, with it being you know, in Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is the love planet, but that's also about the self-love, and you spoke about that in the card. Like the self-love is so important. So I thought that's such a beautiful card to pull from the collective.
Right? Isn't it
Yeah.
amazing? But I'm really feeling like we need to do like a collective blockage release with it.
Yeah. So actually, JR said, what did he say here? Because I told him to hold on. He said, he called in sick today because the energies were so intense in his throat and lungs, like all the ascension symptoms, right? Like it's good energies. He can feel it moving. And me too. Like this like full moon kicked my ass, like full blown kicked my ass. Like I have been exhausted. I have felt pain. Like it's just like, and I haven't moved enough because in Saskatchewan where we are, it is so freaking cold. So I can feel stuck energy for sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's that duality, right? That duality, that division is coming up again. That division. Oh, because like on both sides, like we each have our own like version of what's happening. We each have our own truth. And like when we just like go at each other, regardless of what our truth is, like that's where they fucking win.
Yeah.
That's where the darkness wins, is when we choose this duality, right?
Yeah.
So I really feel like we need to, it's like right at the base of my head here, like between my throat and my third eye, like really bringing that intuitive voice to light, right? That's what we're working on here. So I really feel like it's that, what's that emotion coming up? What is it? It's like fear of trusting the opposition. It's like anytime we're shown this opposition in our life, automatically we come into fear, because for so many millennia, when that opposition was there, it meant death or bodily harm or something, right? Like this is a collective, like human, not even just humanity, this is like collective unity. Like that duality has been just insane. It's meant death. So we need to remember to trust. Because when we learn to trust and stand true in our hearts, no bodily harm can fucking hurt us. That's just the physical bullshit, guys. You are an infinite, multidimensional soul, and you are here for fucking ever. So don't let people fucking bake you into believing that this is it. I know majority of you guys don't. So we're going to release this collectively. I like to use stones on our main meridian here. There's a spot between our third eye and down our back that encompasses like all of the meridians in our body run through that space. So I like to use crystals on said space to remove it from everything. So, and guys, remember this, we are all united. We are all composed of source. So when we are doing work on ourselves, we're not just doing work on ourselves, we're doing work on the collective, right? That's the magic. So we're going to release the fear of opposition. This speaks to like every time that there's something in a conversation or a relationship or anything that comes up, we automatically get triggered into this defense mechanism of fear. I release the fear of opposition. I release the fear of opposition. And after I release an emotion or whatever, I like to leave an affirmation in its place, because once we release something, that's leaving like an empty spot and anything can come in. So let's like fill it with something fucking beautiful instead. And it's like reaching, so it started at my crown and now it's down in my neck and now I'm feeling it in the upper sections of my heart. And I'm getting like my goosebumps. So I release my fear of opposition, because when I stand in my true authentic self and I speak and act from my heart, I am always supported and guided. Nothing can bring me down. See if I can remember that and do it again. When I stand in my true, authentic self, speaking and acting from my true heart, I am always supported and guided, and nothing can bring me down. I want us all to take 3 deep breaths. So we're going to take a deep breath. And when you exhale, I want you to make some sound, whatever that sound needs to be. Just release. Remember, you are always divinely guided and supported. If you feel it or not, you are always connected. There is no disconnection. That is the fucking myth right there, guys. You are always connected. You might just not feel it sometimes, and that's okay too. It's okay to be in that limbo of not knowing. It's just remembering to fucking trust because light's on the other side.
That was so beautiful. I felt it. Like I actually had to like crack my neck and my shoulders. I was just like, oh wow, I like literally, I mean, of course, like I believe in all this, so I know that it worked, but like I felt that, right? And doing it with the collective, right? Like that is always so much more powerful when we come together and we can do these things together. Whether you're doing this live now or on the replay, right? Like it's that energy of us all doing this together. And like you said, as we heal ourselves, you know, we're healing so many, like up to 1 million people, like from one of us doing the work, right? Like it's huge.
Massive. You're healing everybody, not even 1 million people. You're healing every fucking soul that there ever was, because we're all the same. We're all one, right?
Yeah, so true. Thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, you're so welcome. It feels fucking great to me. I stopped for a while and then I'm wondering why I'm feeling like shit. Like, it's because I'm not healing the collective. When I heal the collective, I heal myself and I feel great and I work through my shit. So
yeah,
I'm trying to go live on Instagram and Facebook, but I think I'm going to start doing on YouTube more often, coming live, doing collective clearings, doing card pulls, all the things, because it makes me feel like I'm on fucking amazing fire, like good fire.
Okay, I'm gonna post your YouTube for anybody looking for it.
Yes, I haven't managed to go live on there yet, but I think I'm going to try probably tomorrow.
Yeah, so if everybody can head over and give her a like, because I know you have to have this, like, they're weird with like, let me know if that, I don't know if I posted the whole thing. Sorry, guys. I just realized I don't think it posted. You need to get your handle.
Oh.
They just launched this thing where you can like create your own handle.
Okay.
So instead of their like, you know, letters, numbers, blah, 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 it could say like YouTube channel, like Mama Crystal, or whatever you wanted to put on there. But did that work? Okay, Libby, or who said that? Keith subscribed. Okay, so he found you. Sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The angel light wants to come out to play. Now that we've like gotten rid of like the deep, dense stuff, like the angel light is like, oh.
Okay, and I'm gonna also put your donation link if anybody wants to support you. That's one of my favorite, the angel light. I've been working with that one a lot lately.
Right, I have too. It's been like lately for me, it's been black tourmaline, angelite, black tektite, and then Lemurian quartz.
That's in my cart with your. You were talking about that with Malika the other night. Yep, and I have got that in my cart of one of the many crystals I have.
Everyone has heard of moldavite, but that bitch comes into your life and blows shit the fuck up. I've got like a big ass piece, and I remember when it first came in the mail. Yeah, I know it's big ass. I paid like $400 for it. It's redonkulous because it's like it has like, it's a necklace, so it's a pendant with like silver wrapped around it. It's fucking gorgeous and I love it, but I can't wear her too often. Funny because I wore her like for like 4 or 5 days just leading up to this full moon eclipse, and then she had to come off for a little while. But I remember when I first got that piece of moldavite, like it came into my house and everything fell to shit for a while. My husband was sick for like a fucking month. Like it was rough. But enter black tektite. So moldavite is a type of tektite. It's just a clear green tektite. So tektites are basically like space glass. A meteor came and hit the earth, and then this glass was formed. So they find this. So it's like super extraterrestrial. But tektites are all about transformation and shifts, like big energy shifts. And moldavite comes in and is like, bitch, take it. Whereas black tektite, right, Black Tektite is like her kinder older sister, because I feel like she's wiser, and she takes your hand and she's like, it's gonna be okay. Let's walk through this together. Like, she's so grounded. So I even like to use them together, Black Tektite and Moldavite together. I find it dampens the fucking blow of the Moldavite, but it really helps that huge shift and fucking mad timeline hopping.
Yeah. It was funny. One of my best friends today, she was like, how do you wear your Moldavite? Like, because it's just this tiny little piece. And I feel like it's because it's with shungite that it kind of like,
oh, yeah.
And I think that's, the only reason why I could wear it. Yeah. Even when I first got it, it was like just holding it. It's like, holy shit. So yeah, I cannot wait to get that Tektite. Is that what I say it right? I didn't know that one.
Black Tektite. So there's a couple different types of Tektite. There's like Libyan desert glass or something, and there's a couple different ones. Moldavite is just like the big hyped up one because of that. Like, it's gone super fucking expensive, like through the freaking roof. So I tried to I got the Tektites really cheap because I don't think my wholesaler knew what he had. Yeah. So like, okay, I'm gonna get a bunch. So I got lots in different sizes, but I try and price them pretty cheap because it's necessary for people. Like, people need it. Like, we are in this transition on this earth right now, and any way that we can be supported is like super fucking beneficial to everyone, right?
So true. I love that. And your prices are super affordable. So definitely people head on over to her website. Your website's beautiful too. I love it.
Thank you. I did it all myself. It took me freaking forever, but I love it. It's gorgeous.
So much work. So yeah, that's the thing, is like realizing, like, I mean, as somebody who owned, like I said, I owned a small business before. It's a shit ton of work to run a business. And like, you're not just running a business. You're a mama, you're a wife, you're a homesteader, you're a homeschooler, you're a healer.
You know that emoji with the like, ooh, that's me on the daily. Like, that's always like one of my top of like, and projector energy. I'm like, I gotta slow the fuck down. Like, let me melt into my chair right now. So yeah.
I love it. And you're also a planner.
Yep.
Do you want to talk a little bit about something amazing that you were planning?
So, my gal Tanya here was mentioning earlier this amazing women's festival that we went to here in Saskatchewan this summer. And my husband and I just moved to a beautiful 80-acre farm. And so we are planning a festival where it's called Sacred Woman Festival, July 14th through 16th. Here in Saskatchewan. We are in the boreal. I am literally 5 kilometers north of a provincial forest that spans like how many ever hectares. Like, it's huge. So we're right in the boonies, right in with nature. And we are planning it. Therefore, now Tanya has joined us to help plan this amazing, beautiful blah. So right now we're only on Instagram so far at Sacred Woman, not women, woman, because it's all about the one, right? Because we are one. Sacred Woman Festival for updates, because we're in planning mode. We only have, 7 months now until we're going. So
if anybody wants to join, you've got lots of time to plan.
Yes, we are just finishing up our questionnaires, like our applications for presenters, vendors, and volunteers. So that will be coming out in the nearish future, probably within the next week or so. We'll be posting those. And then from there, like, we have a rough schedule set out, but once we know who's all presenting, then we can start putting people in time slots and see what it's all really going to be like.
Love it. I seriously cannot wait. I was super excited before for this, and then when you guys asked me to join the planning committee, I was just like, heart exploding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited too. And I would love for some of the soul tribe, women's in the soul tribe to come and, share space and energy with us, and just to be able to like be with each other, be with, bring back the sacredness of womanhood, the sisterhood, yeah.
For millennia, us women have been freaking subjectified, it like just brutalized for gathering. Like it has been such a bad thing in society for us women to gather and share our gifts and share our knowledge, but that's because we're fucking powerful. We are the creatrixes. When we come together and unite, we create this fucking shift that we are seeing on this planet right now, and they are fucking scared and shaking in their fucking boots because they can't stop it.
Oh yeah, the divine feminine is rising, and it's in each and every one of us. Just remember that, right? Like whether you were born male or female, the divine feminine is in each and every one of you. So you're all part of this rising of the divine feminine as you do the work and as you do the healing. Like you spoke about with, what you're able to do with past lives and get into that emotion and where that takes you. Like that's all part of the deep, deep work that truly needs to be done in order to bring that balance, the beautiful dance that the divine feminine, the divine masculine truly are when they're balanced is
magic.
It truly is. Yeah.
My phone is perpetually dead, so I'm like getting low on battery. Oh, but I realized I forgot my highest tier of my membership. I didn't mention the crown. Yeah, I'm at 5%, so I should probably hurry up.
Okay.
The crown membership, so it includes everything of the lower chakras. So you'll be getting the meetings, the Zoom meetings, the energy work, the crystals, and then the top one is one-on-one time. So you'll have an hour every month with myself, and we will just deep dive whatever you need. We'll go hard.
And that includes everything else like below it as well too. Wow.
Yeah, it won't include the heart healing because that'll kind of be part of it. But yeah, and that's only get this, guys, only $166 a month.
Wow.
And I'm asking for your commitment, but listen to this. You can go between the different tiers every month. So if you come in on the route and you're like, this month, I really need some help, you can jump up to the crown for a month, get that one-on-one time, and then go back down if you need it. Or if you're like, this month, I really want some fucking crystals, you can get some crystals or just flippy-flop, right?
Oh, I love that. That's so awesome. So again, people, if you're in the chat right now, it's pinned to the top. So if you scroll all the way to the top of the chat, it's pinned to the top, her milkshake. So that's where you can purchase this, right? Through your milkshake, because it takes you to your website.
Yep.
Okay. And then afterwards, I'm going to make sure I pin all of your links in the description part, as well as the comments. Oh, this was so amazing. I'm so glad we were able to finally hook up.
Right? Thank you so much for having me, Tony.
Oh, thank you. We'll definitely have to do this again. Thank you so much.
You're going to come on my channel next. Deal?
Yes, I would love to. I'd love to. So everybody, make sure you get on over to Danielle's channel. Let's grow her channel so she can start doing lives. Thank you so much for the card pull, as well as that beautiful clearing. I definitely felt it. I feel so much lighter right now. I absolutely love you so, so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you all for joining us. Seriously.
Yes. Thank you to everyone in the chat. You are also amazing. I mean, we wouldn't have these if it wasn't for you guys. We wouldn't be, on here talking and sharing. So we love you all so much, sending you so much love and light. I know Keith is already experiencing the 1111 portal because he's in New Zealand. Super exciting. I'm so blessed to be able to share this tomorrow with Malika and Krista with their offering in Regina. So many blessings to you all on the 11/11 portal. This is going to be a huge, huge, huge day. So be very intentional of whatever you're doing, whether that's today or tomorrow.
Whatever day.
Yeah.
Right? What even day is it?
What day is it?
I'm like, what day is it? I don't even know anymore.
Much love. I love you so much, sister.
Oh, I love you all. Bye.
Take care.